Welcome everybody to the 6th nomination category for the Physical Film Awards of 2025, and it is going to be Best Physical Quality. So inevitably there is going to be a little bit of crossover with the Best Physical Extras category from the previous episode. And as a result, we are going to get those first two films out of the way first, and the first of which is from Second Sight, and it is The Nice Guys. So yeah, really like the physical extras with this, but the physical quality is also absolutely excellent as well. From everything from the hard box to the hardback book to the art cards and the way that they look and the general aesthetic qualities that they've got going for it. And yeah, it's just a really nice physical edition, and it's the kind of thing that Second Sight really does nail. So yeah, they are a little bit expensive as a result of this kind of thing, but I do think they're on the whole very much worth it. And the second crossover film, or release, should I say, is the Agatha Christie collection. So yeah, this is primarily due to the fact that it's got these mixture of plastic and cardboard cases that we've seen many a time from Indicator, and yeah, I just think they look better, more high quality, and unlike a lot of plastic cases, it's very hard to get dirty. It's very hard to get fingerprints on them that show up in an evident manner. So I just think these are just a much more better way of doing these kind of box sets, especially since it also makes them either thinner in terms of the hard box, which again is a very good addition to this release, but also means you can perhaps fit more physical extras in here as well, while still having the same thick box that you would have if it was just plastic cases with any extras maybe on the inside of those. So yeah, it's just an overall better way of doing these kind of box sets, I find. And related to that is the Columbia Noir number 7 box set, because again, Indicator are excelling at using these cardboard and plastic cases, and that's what all 6 films in this release are like. So yeah, we'll just take a look at the first one, as we've already reviewed that, so no spoilers for that one. So yeah, it's just really rather nicely done. It utilizes the artwork nicely. It means you can have secondary artwork on the inside as well. And again, there's the environmental concerns. It's less plastic that's being used. And obviously, if it ever needed to, not that it ever envisages ever having to recycle these, if you had to recycle them, it'd be way easier to recycle this than some other plastic cases, which aren't necessarily always going to be recyclable. Whereas cardboard, yeah, you can recycle that regardless of what quality it's in. So yeah, it's just really nicely done. And again, you got an excellent hard box here. It's real quality. You know you're not going to squish it. You know you're not going to get any of the films damaged with inside of it. And then you got the nice artwork that's going with it as well, which is again of a high quality. And then you have the book as well, which again high quality, really well printed, well written. As far as I'm aware, no spelling mistakes or anything like that. So yes, it's a really high quality release on all fronts, really, to be honest. Though it's not got a hardback book like in the Nice Guys, but given this is talking about 6 films and such, and not just a one, it probably would be too thick to have that within this release. And at the end of the day, they've got to keep them around the same thickness as their prior releases up above me. So yeah, on the whole, really nicely done, and yeah, proper nice physical release overall. And then from Vinegar Syndrome, we have The Man Who Could Cheat Death. So yeah, I really like this just purely because it can split. We've had this from Vinegar Syndrome in the past, where I think there was one where it was someone getting knifed or something or another, and then I will find it. Don't worry. Yeah, the nothing underneath. I think it was. No, I swear I had one that where someone was getting split in half. Um, but it is the kind of thing that I've seen them do before. But maybe I don't. Was it Delirium? No, I'm pretty sure it might well have been one that I've seen online in the past. But regardless, it is the kind of thing that they've done before with their other releases, and it's just a really rather interesting and unique way of doing it. How many other films can you say have a hard box that splits outwards like that, rather than just having the films pop out the side themselves? So it's really nicely done. And then you have, we've got another booklet in this as well. You've got the alternate artwork on the front and the reverse to reflect the kind of film thematic weight. Then you got a booklet release as well. Again, not as high quality as the other releases that we looked at, and it is a little bit annoying that it is red on black background, red writing on black background. As for my eyes in particular, that is a little bit hard to read. But that's the only really negative against this, to be honest. You got again nice new artwork on the slipcover with the case inside. But like with Sunset Boulevard, the fact that it is only in a standard kind of 4K case does knock it down a bit in terms of marks overall, which is a little bit of a shame. I can see why they do it, because it means that when it comes to releasing this on its own, without the hard box, without the booklet or the slipcover or anything like that, they can just sling it out on a shelf and not have to pay any extra in terms of printing or making anything else physically. So I can see why they do it that way, but I feel like when you are paying quite a decent chunk of money, the limited edition physical release should be a little bit more special in that regard. And speaking of a limited edition physical release that is feeling special, because there's no way this can be replicated in a standard release, is the Short Scope Volume 4 box set. Now, I know I said when it came to these releases that it had to be filmed releases that were given a release before December, or as far as I bought it, before December. But much like with the Columbia Noir 7 box set and this one, obviously I haven't gotten around to reviewing all of the films, but I don't need to see the films to judge it on the physical quality of the release itself. And yeah, once again, the physical quality with this Arrow video release is superb. Just like the previous box sets, we get the films given their own space with their own artwork throughout, and it's just really nicely done. And then you have the hard box itself, which again, high quality, doesn't feel like it's going to easily squish or get damaged or anything like that, and it's just all nicely printed. And then we have a nice big booklet as well, which is as wide as the physical box set itself, because it's got to fit in there at the end of the day. So yeah, that's also all nicely done. Got your film notes, you got cast and crew for each film, official synopsis for each film, and there's also sometimes some further viewing or trivia elements that are included in there as well. So yeah, so it's all a really nicely done film release overall, to be honest. And yeah, the only slight against this one, and it's the same case with the previous box sets as well, and I can see the positives for doing it, and it comes to the way that the discs are put into this release itself. So I can see the positives for doing it. It's more environmentally friendly because all of this is cardboard, none of this is or paper, none of this is plastic whatsoever. So there is that, and also it perhaps keeps them a bit more secure than if they were clipped into a plastic part of the box set itself. But at the end of the day, it is extremely fiddly to get out. I do, for the most part, feel like I'm going to be putting fingerprints on the discs themselves just to get them out. And at times, it does seem to curl up the edges to where the discs are themselves. So, not entirely sure if you can see or not, but there is some. Where are we? There. Not sure if you can see, but it is starting to peel a little bit due to me getting the disc out, and it is just a little bit difficult to do that, unfortunately. So, yeah, it does seem to be just wearing over time. It's right around there. It's not hugely problematic because you know how many times am I actually going to get the discs out at the end of the day, but it does feel like I am damaging the release that I have bought, which isn't cheap, and that is never a positive, to be honest. So yeah, that's the only slight against that. There are positives and negatives or anything when it comes to these releases, and obviously it does have its positives, but I do feel like it has a negative as well, and yeah, that is a little bit of a shame. But yeah, that is the only slight against it. There's always going to be something to that is negative towards a release. I mean, even with these indicator cardboard releases, you could easily say, well, the edges are going to start getting frayed and curled up and such, and that is probably going to be the case over time. But they do, at the end of the day, look a lot more high quality than just a standard plastic case that you get in many a box set. So yeah, so they're the five. Like I said, there was inevitably going to be a little bit of crossover with the previous nomination, and in fact there is also slight crossover with the next nomination, which is Best New Artwork. So yeah, look forward to doing that one. But nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have any physical releases yourself that you think have been of exceptional high quality this year, then I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.